Mark Christopher Lawrence is a stand-up comedian, actor, and voiceover artist who may be best known for his role as Big Mike on the NBC series Chuck. We caught up with him in our conversations with the cast of the film Family Camp.
Family Camp at Lake Catocqua is the highlight of our year. You ask our family, it's the greatest place on earth.
So in Family Camp, you are who?
Pastor Dave.
Just look at those cabins. Ice cold air conditioning. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Did you fall into the role of minister with ease in Family Camp?
I put a little bit of my childhood pastor in him because he was funny and very gregarious and so there's a little of him in there.
It doesn't matter how old your kids are. Our daughter's 19, and she is more pumped for camp this year than ever, right, sweetie? Whoop, whoop! Whoop, whoop, sugar bear!
What did you like about the story? What made you say, I want to sign on and do this?
But when I read it, the first thing that hit me was that, everybody can see this. It's not heavy-handed, beating you over the head, let me save your soul. It's showing these people's journey. And then it was funny. And I like funny.
When God closes a door, he opens a Chick-fil-A.
Goes like this.
I thought my family would just magically become the family that I've always wanted them to be.
Things get a little more complicated when you get a peek behind the curtain.
What's the message coming through the laughter here, you think?
The biggest message is that families need to do things together. You get your families together, you go to camp, you go to church, you do these things together. I think in our society today, we're so inundated with work and stuff that we don't even sit down and eat together. And so I think bringing that family as a cohesive unit to a place that's exciting for everyone. I think that's the thing.
I love that because God created family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed. What is Mark's acting journey? When did you know this is what you wanted to do? I grew up in Compton, California to start with. Wow.
During the height of the rise of the Bloods and Crips, we were the second black family on our street by 1973, 74. All the white families had moved out. And the Robinsons moved in, and they were gangbangers. That was the first time I'd ever even heard of a gang.
Wow.
And by the time I got to the 10th grade, I was sort of on the fence, and I ran into Mrs. Schilling, who was my 10th grade English teacher, and she put me in my first play. She got me involved in speech and debate, which ultimately ended up with scholarship to USC for debate. And one day I decided to take a voice class for speaking and centering, and the instructor talked me into auditioning for the Bachelor of Fine Arts acting program at SC. So he coached me for it. I auditioned, and they put me in as a sophomore. I was already a junior, and then I started working professionally the same year.
Really?
Yeah, in theater, and my first TV show was Hill Street Blues.
Do you feel blessed that this started so quickly for you?
I feel blessed that I'm still here, because there's so many people that I know who have, we went to school together, or I met them early in my career, and they're out of the game already. And every time I feel like I want to do something different, God closes the door and says, no, this is where I need you. And I did an episode of Touched by an Angel with Della Reese, and I had watched Harlem Nights. And like the night before, after seeing it like 20 times, and I said to her, I said, watch Harlem Nights last night. I said, you're cracking me up. And she goes, oh, Lord, they had me cussing like a sailor. And I said to her, I said, because she was a minister, I said, did you get any like pushback from that? And she goes, you're asking me because you're wondering if you should turn down a job. I said, partly. She says, let me tell you something. She says, God doesn't open doors for you that he doesn't want you to go through. You don't know why he wants you to go to do a job, even if the part is a part that you don't necessarily care for. She says, he's trying to show his light and love through you to somebody that you have no idea who's there. Take your job, baby.
Let's get out there and have some fun this summer.
And you can find more from Mark in a Dry Bar comedy special, but you can also find him in films like The Pursuit of Happiness and shows like Chuck and my name is Earl. And of course, right now, he is also part of the cast of Family Camp. And you can see more positive entertainment stories on Studio 5 tonight at 8:30 Eastern on the CBN News Channel, or you can watch it on the CBN